What exactly is slow travel? Well, it's based on the idea of hospitality that is millions, no, maybe not millions, thousands of years old. The quality of hospitality. Slow travel in the olden days was someone who had a long trip to do, let's say Marco Polo from Italy into China. And there were not the hotels and the Airbnbs that we have today, but can knock on the door, send someone ahead to tell the host that you will be arriving and you would be greeted like an honored guest, even if you never have met the person before. Well, this is something that you can learn how to do. And I don't mean just out of the clear blue sky, show up and knock on the door, although in some cultures you could do that even today. What I'm talking about is learning the skills and the information and the resources that take you on the slow travel journey, on the journey of hospitality, where you go into a complete stranger's home and you offer them a service and they leave for an extended amount of time and you enjoy their home and whatever they have around as if it's your own. You're responsible, you take care of, you keep things clean so that when your hosts come back from where they travel, they know that they can walk in the door and have things they left exactly where they were and cleaned. And if there's pets, their pets are happy. So they leave with peace of mind. The thing you give in return for lodgings is you give peace of mind. The focus of slow travel is to allow you to travel wherever you want, however you want, using the strategies that I can show you completely how to do without paying for lodging. I want to say the best game in town, but it's so much fun to live in other people's neighborhoods, to go to their coffee shops, to enjoy their cafes or their favorite eateries, and see the sights that you never thought you would see from home. Adventures, but safe adventures, because you check everything out in advance that I show you how to do that. So who is slow travel for? I will say that if you're between age 18 and 80, I would say this could be for you. I focus on people, especially women, who are between the age of 45 and 65 because you already have a career. You might be able to leave a career for a time. You can take a break of 3 months or 6 months, and go travel. There are some people I know of who just work every year in order to have a month or 2 months off, and they use that for travel. But you can travel a lot farther if you're not paying for lodgings. So, this idea of slow travel is for everyone who wants to travel, who's willing to exchange something in return for living in someone's house. It's not the only way you can travel, but it's one of the finest and most economical. Some people ask if you can work while you travel. If you have remote work or you can work online, let's say you're a writer or freelance writer, or you do code, or you are hired and the agreement is for remote work, whatever it is, of course you can remote work while you use this strategy. A lot of times, digital nomads go and live in a country for a while and then go and live in another country. You can totally do that. It's not a problem. As long as you adhere to the schedule of the household and you do what the household owners want you to do. How do you start slow travel? We have a free workshop. Of course, there's always a free workshop, but this one shows you all the preparations you need in order to step into the world of slow travel. It's called Fast Start to Slow Travel. It's a free webinar and teaches you things like what documents do you need, what kind of insurance do you need, how do you communicate with potential hosts. Those kind of things are on this free webinar. The notes will be below. and I hope to see you on the road. Sometimes I'm in a community and we have a lovely conversation. Where have you been? And connect that way. It's a great service. A lot of times, our hosts themselves are going on travels and they become themselves. And once you learn this skill, it's kind of ever unfolding. Travels can be unlimited. I learned this when I was 19 years old. I was an exchange student and went to a country in East Africa. And I found out, well, gosh, the Rotary Club will house me in room and board. I could pursue my studies in becoming fluent in French. And I actually went to work for a government organization translating documents for tourists from French into English. That was my first job when I went to Africa, French into English. Anyway, there's all kinds of things, all kinds of excitement that you can get into. And finding out things from the locals, which are your host or their neighbors or people you meet in cafes and bistros or the grocery store, finding out things from them is better than any guidebook. You can have the best of times while you follow your travel dreams. I'm here to tell you it's not hard to learn. It's a skill you can learn. And I can teach you step by step by step on how to find your travel dreams.